Now, despite the government shutdown, the Trump administration is pushing forward with its immigration crackdown. That means officers will still make arrests. Detention centers will still operate. However, the Washington Post reports the Office of Detention Oversight, which inspects the safety of those centers, is currently closed. And that raises questions about humane treatment of migrants housed in those facilities. Doug MacMillan wrote the piece. He's a reporter covering corporate accountability at the Washington Post, and he joins us now. Thank you very much for being here with us to talk about this, Doug. So during a government shutdown, the agencies, they have to decide which of its staff are essential versus non-essential. First, can you break down how the administration came to decide that this particular oversight office was non-essential?
Yeah, so we don't know the exact decision-making process, but we do know that agency leaders have some discretion over who gets furloughed and who doesn't, and they make it based on who they deem as essential to carrying out the mission of their department. We know that the Department of Homeland Security has more discretion than many other agencies because Congress allocated $170 billion to border security in its most recent One Big Beautiful Bill, and the DHS can use that to have discretion over who it brings into work and who it chooses to furlough. We're seeing that discretion play up in the number of people who are furloughed at DHS. Only 8% of staff have been furloughed. And we're also, as you mentioned, seeing that discretion in which groups are being furloughed. So the Office of Detention Oversight, DHS confirmed to us, is not coming to work. They are a group that performs regular inspections of detention centers. They're congressionally mandated to inspect every detention center in the country at least once a year. And this year, under the Trump administration, we know that they have at least reported at least 80 different inspections of these places. They are no longer going into work right now during the government shutdown, and so we're going to see if that, the impact of that on the conditions at these facilities going forward.
Yeah, on that front, Doug, many of these centers have faced criticism for poor living conditions. Could this office closing make it even more dangerous for detainees?
Yeah, so there have been complaints of detention centers for many years. This is an industry that has had a lot of issues and a lot of concerns about living conditions. What's happening right now is there's a record number of detainees because of all the arrests that ICE is making. There's over 60,000 people being held at these facilities. So a lot of the existing problems in these facilities and concerns and complaints in these facilities are being magnified. These places are being overcrowded. Some people are saying they're not allowed to sleep on they don't have anywhere to sleep except the floor, that they don't have access to legal counsel, they don't have access to quality food or outdoor recreation, or importantly, quality medical care. And it's important to remember that the ICE detention system is not meant to be punitive. This is not like prison. You're supposed to be waiting out your case. And the people I've talked to, many of the people in detention, their families and their legal counsel, say that they feel like they're being punished because they're being made to endure these conditions.
Doug MacMillan, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.